Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Kassandra. This is trauma-informed yoga. Our goal is to relax your nervous system and release tension in the body. So let's go ahead and get started lying down. All right, so however you want to get to your back is fine. Maybe you want to bring the hands behind the head. That is okay. Maybe you want to bring the soles of the feet together. Just begin by opening up the hips. If this is uncomfortable, you can take a blanket or a pillow or a bolster and just place it under your thighs here so that the range is not so wide. So your hips are up just a little bit. So maybe you want to rest one of your hands on your heart space, maybe one on your belly. So I am just going to invite you to find what feels really comfortable for you here. Maybe you want to keep your eyes open and just look around your space, noticing that you're safe, that there aren't any imminent dangers. If there were, you probably would not be here practicing yoga. So just take a moment to look around. If you feel comfortable, go ahead and close down the eyes, and if not, just keep them open. Begin by noticing the breath. So the invitation is to not change it quite yet. Just maybe noticing the sound of your breathing, the quality. Maybe you're inhaling quite deeply. Maybe you're breathing quite shallow. Possibly you can feel the hand on your chest or the hand on your belly rising and falling. Maybe you want to spread your fingers wide. Maybe you want to make some adjustments just to get a little bit more comfortable. Notice the sensation of your back body touching the earth. Notice the difference between the feeling on the back body that is touching the earth, and then the opposition, which would be the sides of the body and the top of the body that aren't touching the earth. Maybe you notice a temperature difference, a variation in pressure. We're just tuning into the felt sensation of being held by the ground. And let's begin by relaxing in the face and just noticing maybe you're holding tension in the forehead, the jaws, maybe the lips, the neck, possibly the shoulders, and just continue going down, scanning the arms, chest, your back, your glutes and hips, traveling down your legs to the soles of your feet. And oftentimes when we bring awareness to the tension, we can help to release the tension. So now I'm going to invite you to breathe more deeply if it feels comfortable. Inhaling through the nose, feeling your belly rise on your hand, and exhaling through your nose. Some people enjoy just listening to the sound of their breath, sort of as a focal point. Others like to try to tune into the temperature of the air coming in and out of the nostrils. And if your mind is wandering just quite a bit, you can go ahead and focus on counting. So maybe you inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 6. So when we elongate the exhale and it's a bit longer than the inhale, that really signals our nervous system that we are safe, that we can rest and digest. So whatever count you're inhaling for, your goal is to make the exhale just a count or 2 longer. So just noticing if you are holding tension again in your body, taking the breath down into those spaces. Maybe your hands can rest even lighter on your body. Just notice where the pressure and the tension is. And see if you can bring awareness there in order to ease the tension. Let's take one more inhale and exhale here. We are going to move our body if you feel like you would like to do that. Maybe you just stay here. So if you're ready to move, go ahead and bring the soles of your feet to the earth. The soles of your feet are as wide as your mat. Maybe the heels are out and the toes are in, so you're just a little pigeon-toed. And you're going to rest your knees against one another. So here, let's tuck the pelvis if you'd like, so you can feel the lower back completely flush against the ground. So if you want to begin some hip rocking movements, you're going to inhale and pull the belly button up towards the spine, the knees part, and then exhale, you're going to pull the belly button back down to the earth. So my first cue was not very clear, I realized. So inhale, belly button to spine, so you're lifting the lower back only off the mat, and then exhaling, pulling the lower back down onto the earth. So just take a pace that feels good for you. This is just a very small movement in the lower back. You can do this movement seated in a chair as well. Just a few more. Inhaling, lifting the lower back, knees open a bit, and then exhaling, lowering the lower back, knees come together. Let's just do 2 more. Inhaling and exhaling. So try to keep that count. Inhale, and then the exhale is just slightly longer than the inhale. Last one. Inhale. Big exhale. All right. When you're ready, we're going to heel toe our feet so they're just directly under our knees here. And we are going to come up to seated, however is comfortable. So before you get there, you might want to lift your feet up off the earth. Draw some circles with your toes. Maybe even taking the knees into the hands. big toes kind of come together, but separate them. Maybe just wiggling left and right. So we're just finding any organic movement that feels good. There is no right or wrong way to do this here. And when you're ready, just go ahead and rock yourself up, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. All right, so let's go ahead and sit. Let's pull the left leg in and keep the right leg straight. So often in this position, you are instructed to take your left foot over the right thigh as we twist to the left. So if that feels good to you, go ahead and do that. I actually prefer to keep my left foot on the inside of my right thigh, and then I feel like I can get a better grip with my elbow, my forearm. I can squeeze my left thigh into my chest, and then my left hand comes behind my lower back, and I can twist a bit deeper here. So this is just preference. You can point and flex the right foot while you're here. Just noticing what is behind you. So our eyes are not darting around, we are just observing. So I see the trees in my backyard. The leaves are changing colors because it's fall. So I notice some yellow and green. Maybe you can name some colors, either out loud or to yourself, that you see. Maybe you can smell something, a candle, some incense, flowers, maybe dinner on the stove. If you would like to close your eyes, go ahead and do that. So the invitation is to come back to the breath. Inhaling for a count of 4, or whatever number feels good. And then exhaling for a count of 5 or 6, or whatever number feels good. One more breath here, and then we're going to drop the left leg down. So on the exhale, we're going to release the right arm, drop the left leg down. So if you have a strap, a belt, a rope, anything, you can place it under your foot in order to fold forward. So first, let's go ahead and sit up nice and tall, reach through your crown, and then exhale, we're going to fold over the right leg. So if this is enough for you, you're going to stay here. You can flex or point your foot. And if you'd like to go deeper, you're just going to walk your hands down, maybe holding on to your thigh, your calf, the belt or the strap that you have, maybe reaching for your foot. If you have a lot of flexibility, you can interlace your fingers. The goal is to release the forehead down. So if you are up at this height, you might have a yoga block and you can release your forehead down onto the yoga block. If you have a lot of flexibility, you can release the forehead down onto the knee, or you could even stack your forearms, stack your fists, and just release down, whatever feels good for you. So we're going to be here for several deep breaths, taking your time, no rush. Inhaling for your count that is comfortable, and then exhaling just a beat or two longer. Maybe noticing the sounds in your environment. If it feels better to keep your eyes open, maybe you can look around your space. Notice that you are safe and there's no danger.
Maybe you want to find a little bit of side-to-side movement here. And some people here like to inhale all the way up and then exhale all the way down. So just depending on your mood, how your body feels, you might want to be still or find movement. That's completely up to you. So wherever you are, let's take 2 more breaths. And then on your exhale, we're going to come all the way back up, and we're going to counter this twist over to the right. So left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh. Right hand comes behind you, just twisting. Maybe pointing and flexing that right foot again. So kind of a nice rule of thumb is to keep your face in alignment with your chest if you have some tweakiness in your neck. Otherwise, feel free to go deeper, twist, look over your right shoulder. Big belly breaths. Just feeling the earth underneath your body, underneath your fingertips. Sensing the pressure that you feel there. When you're ready, we are just going to come back to center on your exhale. Go ahead and send the left leg forward. Maybe you want to point and flex both of your feet. Do rainbows, so feet go left and right. Okay, maybe you want to bounce the legs a little bit. Super fun. Okay, maybe you want to take your hands behind your hips and like lean back a bit. Press into the heels and just come into like a little bit of a reverse bridge here. Or if that's not accessible, just bring your soles of your feet to the ground and do a little reverse tabletop. So I encourage you to find the pose that feels good, as well as find some dynamic movement here. So unless you just want to go straight into stillness, it's up to you. So you might want to lower the hips, lift the feet, raise the hips, lower the hips, lift the feet, or maybe you just want to stay in tabletop. So in tabletop, you can look up, you can look forward, or you can drop the head back. It is super fun to take the hips left and right. Long, deep breathing here. So exhale is longer than the inhale. Maybe just looking around, being aware of your surroundings, and closing your eyes when you feel ready. So when you're ready, we're going to just come back and switch sides. So right leg comes in, left leg is extended long. So again, you can cross the right foot to the outside of the left thigh, the left calf, wherever you can, or it comes to the inside of the left leg. Reach around, twist to the right. So notice how this twist feels. Maybe you can go a bit deeper because your body is warmed up, deeper than you could on the first side. And just notice if you're holding any tension in your face, neck, jaw, shoulders. Bring awareness to that tension. And see if you can visualize taking spacious breath to those tight areas. Maybe flexing and pointing the left foot. Eyes are open or closed, whatever feels good. Trust yourself. If it feels good to look around your environment in each
postures beginning, go ahead and do that. Maybe you can drop your gaze down toward the floor as you relax. And maybe you can even close your eyes. That is up to you. One more inhale and exhale, and we will come back to center and drop the right leg down. So when you're ready, exhale, come back to center, drop the right leg down. You can circle your wrists if that feels good. You can inhale your arms up if that feels good. And then just fold forward. So again, noticing how deeply you want to go. If you have your yoga strap, place it under the sole of your foot, near the arch area. Okay, maybe you want to hold on to your thigh, your calf, your heel, whatever feels good. Maybe finding movement, maybe finding stillness. Definitely tapping into the inhale and that extended exhale. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Feeling the warmth of your body touching the earth, the pressure. Breathing into the tension. Using the breath to relax the nervous system. And on your next exhale, when you're ready, just slowly coming back up to seated, maybe pressing yourself up. And then twisting over to the left. Left hand comes behind you. Right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh. Your face is in alignment with your chest. Looking around at your environment if you need to. Noticing colors and shapes. Twisting more deeply. Maybe you close the eyes and breathe. Breathing in, I am aware of my inhale. Breathing out, I am aware of my exhale. Noticing the sounds in your environment. I can hear some birds. Maybe pointing and flexing the left foot. Let's take one more breath and then we will exhale back to center. All right. So we're going to send both legs out long. Again, you can draw some rainbows with the feet. You're just shifting them left and right. If you want to take those reverse tabletops and planks again, you can do that. Or you can lean back, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Feet are as wide as the mat, and we're going to windshield wiper left and right. So drop both knees over to the left if that feels good for you, and then both over to the right. So you're just going to find a pace that feels good to you. You're going to start moving down your mat, which is totally fine. So your heels could be super close to your tush or they could be far away. It just depends on what feels good. So
You know, you might have to kind of push yourself back up the mat and start again since you're moving. You might just drop your knees down to one side and hold here. Maybe that feels good. Okay, pull the top of your foot back if you want to. You can even sit up a little bit and twist again. That might feel super good to you. You might want to twist over to the right. My neighbor's dog is here to play with my dog. All right, so whatever feels good to you, go ahead and take that pose. Sorry, Scout. Not now. Sorry about that. She wants to play. All right, so back to the twist. All right, notice the parts of your body that are grounded. Maybe looking around. Maybe your nervous system is relaxed and you can keep your eyes closed. And on your next exhale, or whenever you're ready, we're just going to twist back. So come back to windshield wipering your legs, left and right. And then next time, we're going to drop our knees over to the opposite side. Come to sit up a little bit if that feels good. And then you can twist over to the left and the right. Just play with the way it feels. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And in trauma-informed yoga, the goal, well, I would say the focus is not on alignment or doing a posture or a pose correctly or incorrectly. The goal is to relax your nervous system and to release tension in your body. So whatever you need to do to reach that goal, that is what you're going to do. All right. Go back to the breath. Extending the exhale. Your body will begin to help you slow everything down that way. All right, let's go ahead and exhale, release, come back to center. And let's go ahead and end today in a comfortable cross-legged position. I know I keep playing with my mic. Sometimes I mess it up and I don't want to. All right, so you can go ahead and rest your hands on your knees here. This is a very classic meditation posture, easy pose. If this pose is difficult for you, you can grab a pillow or a blanket or anything and just put it under your tush so that your hips are higher than your knees and your ankles. You can also be seated in a chair right now, or you can end lying down, especially if you are doing this practice right before bed. Go ahead and get into bed, close your eyes, get nice and comfortable. Let's just take one more look around our environment, noting that we are safe, feeling the sensation of the parts of your body that are touching the ground or the earth, feeling the palms of your hands on top of your knees. So if you want to, you can turn your palms to face up. If you want to take a mudra, you can touch your pointer finger and your thumb together. The three other fingers extend out. This is Gyan Mudra. You can bring the palms of the hands together at the heart. So this doesn't really matter. This is just intuitively what feels best for you. So we're just going to sit for a minute with our breath. Maybe you can extend your breath count at this point. So maybe you're inhaling for a count of 6, exhaling for a count of 8. If that is not achievable, you do not worry about it.
Your only goal here is to extend the exhalation by 1 count or more. Taking note of how your body feels now compared to maybe how you felt at the beginning or during practice. Just listening for the sound of your breath. Listening to the sounds in your space and maybe even farther. And if you feel called to do so, setting an intention for the rest of the day or for your night's sleep. Intentions, excuse me, are in the positive. So I am present. I am healed. I am rested and relaxed. Whatever feels good to you. So you can either stay in the current posture you are in, or you can bring the palms of your hands together. We're going to rub them, create some heat between the fingertips, palms of hands, tops of hands. 3 deep breaths. Inhale, open your mouth, exhale. 2 more, big inhale. Big exhale. Last one, big inhale. Hold the breath. Bring the palms of the hands to the heart. Close your eyes down if you feel comfortable. And when you are ready, big exhale through the mouth. Namaste. So thank you so much for practicing with me. Maybe next time you can put in some music in the background. I have a couple of playlists on my website. I'll link them below. Any calming music works. So thank you again. I hope you enjoy your day. Add any questions down below. I'm happy to also take requests. I'm listening, so maybe there's a certain part of your body or a certain part of trauma that you want to work on. So I'd love to hear it, and